The Iraq War marked a turning point in modern ground warfare for the United States. From high-intensity armored invasion to years of urban combat and counterinsurgency, US forces relied on a wide range of armored vehicles, infantry carriers, logistics trucks, and specialized platforms. These machines evolved rapidly under battlefield pressure, shaping how modern wars are fought in cities, deserts, and along hostile supply routes. Main battle tanks. M1A1 Abrams. The M1A1 Abrams was the primary US main battle tank during the 2003 invasion of Iraq. Armed with a powerful 120mm gun and protected by advanced composite armor, it dominated Iraqi armored forces. Its speed, firepower, and thermal optics allowed US crews to fight effectively day or night, though urban combat later exposed vulnerabilities to RPGs and IEDs. M1A2 Abrams. The M1A2 Abrams introduced enhanced digital command systems, improved situational awareness, and better crew coordination. In Iraq, it was especially effective during later phases of the war, where networking and battlefield information became critical. Its advanced systems helped units operate in dense urban environments, though its weight limited maneuverability in some terrain. M1A1 AM. The Abrams Integrated Management variant was a rebuilt and modernized M1A1 designed for sustained deployments. In Iraq, AM tanks benefited from upgraded electronics, restored armor protection, and improved reliability. These tanks became the backbone of armored units during prolonged occupation and counterinsurgency operations. Next on the list, infantry fighting vehicles. M2 Bradley IFV. The M2 Bradley carried infantry into combat while providing fire support with its 25mm cannon and anti-tank missiles. In Iraq, it proved effective in urban fighting and convoy security, though its lighter armor compared to tanks made it vulnerable to roadside bombs and RPG attacks. M3 Bradley Cavalry Vehicle. The M3 Bradley was optimized for reconnaissance and screening missions. In Iraq, it was used for patrols, route security, and rapid response. Its sensors and firepower made it valuable in complex urban environments, though crews faced constant IED threats. M7 Bradley Fire Support Team Vehicle. The M7 Bradley served as an artillery and air support coordination platform. In Iraq, it allowed forward units to quickly request and direct fire support, integrating ground operations with air and artillery assets during urban and counterinsurgency missions. Next on the list, tracked armored personnel carriers. M113 Armored Personnel Carrier. The M113 remained in widespread use during the Iraq War despite its age. It transported troops, equipment, and support teams, particularly in rear areas and specialized roles. While reliable, its thin armor offered limited protection against modern threats, leading to reduced frontline use. M577 Command Post Carrier. The M577 was a command and control vehicle based on the M113 chassis. In Iraq, it served as a mobile headquarters, enabling commanders to coordinate operations in real time. Its importance increased as battles shifted toward decentralized urban operations. The M1064 provided mobile indirect fire support using onboard mortar systems. In Iraq, it allowed units to respond rapidly to enemy positions in urban and rural terrain, supporting infantry operations with accurate and flexible firepower. Next on the list, Stryker Family. The M126 Stryker ICV became a core platform of US Army Stryker Brigade combat teams deployed to Iraq. Designed for rapid deployment and urban operations, it transported infantry squads with greater speed and protection than Humvees. In Iraq, it excelled in patrols, raids, and convoy escort, though early versions required armor upgrades to better resist IEDs and RPGs. M1127 Stryker Reconnaissance Vehicle. The M1127RV was used by reconnaissance units to gather intelligence and screen maneuver forces. Equipped with advanced sensors and communications, it allowed commanders to monitor enemy movement in urban and semi-rural areas. In Iraq, it played a key role in route security and situational awareness during counterinsurgency operations. M1128 Stryker mobile gun system. The M1128 MGS mounted a 105mm cannon to provide direct fire support in urban combat. In Iraq, it was used to destroy fortified positions and support infantry assaults. While powerful, its autoloader and maintenance complexity limited availability, making it a specialized but valuable asset in dense urban fighting. The ML129 provided mobile indirect fire support using onboard mortars. In Iraq, it allowed rapid response to enemy contact in urban neighborhoods and rural areas, supporting infantry units without relying solely on towed artillery. Its mobility made it especially useful during dispersed counterinsurgency operations. M1130 Stryker Command Vehicle. The M1130 served as a mobile command post for Stryker units. In Iraq, it enabled commanders to coordinate patrols, intelligence, and fire support in real time. Its communication systems were critical during decentralized operations spread across large urban environments. M1131 Stryker Fire Support Vehicle. The M1131 FSV was designed to coordinate artillery, mortar, and air support. In Iraq, it played an important role during urban operations, allowing forward observers to rapidly call in precision fires while minimizing collateral damage. The M1132 ESV supported combat engineers during route clearance and urban breaching missions. In Iraq, it was used to detect obstacles, clear debris, and support mobility in environments heavily threatened by IEDs and barricades. M1133 Stryker Medical Evacuation Vehicle. The M1133 MEV provided armored casualty evacuation. In Iraq, it saved countless lives by extracting wounded personnel under such as fire, offering far greater protection than unarmored medical vehicles in IED-heavy environments. Next on the list, USMC light armored vehicles. LAV-25. The LAV-25 was a cornerstone of US Marine Corps operations in Iraq. Fast, wheeled, and armed with a 25mm cannon, it conducted reconnaissance, patrols, and convoy security. Its mobility made it ideal for wide-area operations, though limited armor required careful tactics against IED threats. LAV-IT. The LAV-IT carried anti-tank missiles to engage armored threats. In Iraq, it was used less for tank combat and more as overwatch and deterrence. Its presence added heavy firepower to Marine reconnaissance units during high-risk operations. LAV-C2. The LAV-C2 functioned as a command and control vehicle for Marine units. In Iraq, it allowed commanders to direct operations across wide areas, integrating intelligence and maneuver in fast-moving and fluid combat situations. LAV-L. The LAV-L provided logistics and resupply support to LAV units. In Iraq, it enabled sustained operations by delivering ammunition, fuel, and supplies while maintaining the mobility needed to operate in hostile environments. LAV-M. The LAV-M mounted a mortar system to provide indirect fire support. In Iraq, it allowed Marine units to respond quickly to enemy contact without relying solely on external artillery assets, supporting both urban and rural engagements. Next on the list, light tactical and patrol vehicles. HMMWV. The HMWV became the most recognizable US vehicle of the Iraq War. Initially deployed unarmored for speed and flexibility, it quickly proved vulnerable to ambushes, RPGs, and roadside bombs. As the insurgency intensified, Humvees were rapidly up-armored and adapted for patrol, convoy escort, and urban operations, becoming both a workhorse and a symbol of evolving battlefield threats. M998 Humvee. The M998 was the baseline Humvee variant used early in the war for transport, command, and logistics roles. In Iraq, it was common during the invasion phase, where conventional threats dominated. As asymmetric warfare increased, its lack of armor made it unsuitable for frontline use, leading to rapid replacement or modification with armored kits. M1114, Up-Armored Humvee. The M1114 was introduced to address the growing IED and ambush threat. Featuring factory-installed armor, ballistic glass, and reinforced doors, it became the standard patrol vehicle during the mid-war years, while offering improved protection, increased weight, reduced mobility, and placed heavy strain on mechanical components. M1151, Up-Armored Humvee. These improved Humvee variants featured stronger suspensions, better engines, and enhanced survivability. In Iraq, they replaced earlier armoured models and became widely used for patrols, convoy escort, and urban security missions. They represented the final evolution of the Humvee before MRAPs took over many roles. M1165, Special Operations Humvee. The M1165 was tailored for Special Operations Forces, combining mobility with mission-specific equipment mounts. In Iraq, it supported direct action raids, reconnaissance, and rapid response missions. Its flexibility allowed SOF units to adapt quickly to changing battlefield conditions while operating independently. Next on the list, MRAP and mine-resistant vehicles. Cougar MRAP. The Cougar was one of the first MRAP vehicles deployed in Iraq to counter the IED threat. Its V-shaped hull deflected blasts away from the crew compartment, dramatically improving survivability. Widely used for patrols and convoy escort, it marked a major shift in vehicle design driven by insurgent tactics. The Max Pro became one of the most common MRAPs in Iraq. Designed for rapid mass production, it provided significantly better protection than Humvees. Though heavy and less maneuverable in narrow streets, it saved countless lives and became central to counter-IED operations. Buffalo MPCV. The Buffalo Mine Protected Clearance Vehicle was purpose-built for route clearance and EOD support. Equipped with a long articulated arm, it allowed operators to inspect and disrupt suspected explosives from a safe distance. In Iraq, it became essential for securing supply routes and reducing IED casualties. Cayman MRAP. The Cayman combined MRAP protection with components from standard military trucks. In Iraq, it offered a balance between protection and logistical compatibility. Its design simplified maintenance while still providing strong blast resistance during convoy and patrol missions. RG-31 Nyala. The RG-31 was one of the earliest mine-resistant vehicles used by US forces. Compact and agile compared to larger MRAPs, it was well suited for urban patrols. Its success helped validate the MRAP concept and influence later vehicle procurement decisions. RG-33 MRAP. The RG-33 was a heavier and more advanced MRAP variant with modular armor. In Iraq, it was used in high-threat areas where maximum protection was required. Its robust design made it effective, but also limited mobility in dense urban terrain. Next on the list, route clearance, EOD and counter-IED vehicles. Route Clearance Package. Route clearance packages combined multiple specialized vehicles into coordinated teams. In Iraq, they systematically searched roads for explosives using detection vehicles, MRAPs, and EOD support. These packages became essential to maintaining freedom of movement across contested supply routes. Next on the list, unmanned ground vehicles. Talon EOD robot. The Talon robot was widely used by EOD teams to investigate and neutralize explosive devices remotely. In Iraq, it allowed operators to examine suspicious objects without risking lives. Its durability and reliability made it one of the most trusted robotic systems of the war. PackBot EOD robot. The PackBot was a lightweight robotic system used for reconnaissance and bomb disposal. Easily deployable and highly maneuverable, it became a staple of EOD units in Iraq, especially in urban environments where access was limited. The Mars was an armed robotic platform introduced late in the conflict. Though used in limited numbers, it represented the future of ground combat robotics, combining surveillance, firepower, and remote operation to reduce risk to human soldiers. Next on the list, self-propelled artillery and rocket systems. The M109A5 Paladin provided mobile indirect fire support during the Iraq War, particularly in the early invasion phase. Though designed for conventional warfare, it was used to deliver precision artillery fire in support of maneuver units. As the conflict shifted toward urban and counterinsurgency operations, its role decreased, but it remained an important component of US firepower and deterrence. The M109A6 Paladin introduced digital fire control systems and faster shoot and scoot capability. In Iraq, it allowed artillery units to respond rapidly to fire missions while minimizing vulnerability. Its automation and improved crew protection reflected lessons learned from modern asymmetric battlefields, where survivability and speed were critical. M270 Multiple Launch Rocket System. The M270 MLRS was used during the initial invasion to deliver overwhelming firepower against Iraqi military targets. Capable of launching guided and unguided rockets, it provided deep strike capability. While less visible during later counterinsurgency phases, its presence reinforced US dominance in long-range precision fires. The HIMARS system appeared later in the Iraq War, offering highly mobile rocket artillery mounted on a wheeled chassis. Its precision-guided munitions allowed accurate strikes with reduced collateral damage. HIMARS reflected the shift toward rapid, precise, and flexible fire support suitable for modern expeditionary warfare. Next on the list, engineering, breaching, and recovery vehicles. M1150 Assault Breacher Vehicle. The M1150 ABV was introduced to clear minefields and obstacles for armoured units. In Iraq, it was used sparingly, but provided critical breaching capability during high-risk operations. Based on the Abrams chassis, it combined heavy armour with specialised equipment, ensuring survivability in hostile environments. M728 Combat Engineer Vehicle. The M728 was an older engineer vehicle derived from the M60 tank chassis. In Iraq, it was used for obstacle clearance, fortification reduction, and support of combat engineers. Though aging, it remained useful in urban environments where heavy protection was required. M9 Armoured Combat Earth Mover. The M9 Ace was a small, heavily armoured bulldozer-like vehicle used by combat engineers. In Iraq, it was employed for berm construction, obstacle removal, and defensive preparation. Its compact size and armour allowed it to operate close to enemy threats while supporting mobility and protection tasks. The M88A1 was used to recover damaged armoured vehicles under combat conditions. In Iraq, it played a vital role in maintaining operational tempo by retrieving disabled tanks and IFVs from dangerous areas, often under fire. The M88A2 was an improved recovery vehicle capable of handling the weight of modern Abrams tanks. In Iraq, it became essential as vehicle weights increased due to armour upgrades. Its enhanced lifting capacity and protection made it indispensable for armoured formations. Next on the list, Special Operations Vehicles. GMV. The GMV was used by US Special Operations Forces for long-range patrols, raids, and reconnaissance. In Iraq, it supported rapid, flexible missions deep in hostile territory. Lightly armoured but highly mobile, it emphasised speed, firepower, and adaptability over heavy protection. The MRZR was adopted later in the conflict to provide ultra-light mobility for special operations and rapid response units. In Iraq, it enabled quick movement across urban and desert terrain, supporting reconnaissance and logistics in areas inaccessible to larger vehicles. Next on the list, Tactical Trucks and Logistics. MTVR, Medium Tactical Vehicle Replacement. The MTVR was the primary medium truck of the US Marine Corps in Iraq. Designed for off-road mobility and durability, it carried troops, supplies, and heavy equipment across deserts and urban terrain. Its reliability under harsh conditions made it essential to marine logistics and rapid maneuver operations. HEMT, Heavy Expanded Mobility Tactical Truck. The HEMT was a heavy logistics truck used to transport fuel, ammunition, and large cargo loads. In Iraq, it played a critical role in sustaining armoured units and forward bases. Often armoured in later years, HEMTs were frequent targets, highlighting the dangers faced by logistics convoys. PLS, Palletized Load System. The palletized load system allowed rapid loading and unloading of standardized cargo flat racks without external cranes. In Iraq, this dramatically improved supply efficiency and reduced exposure time for crews during resupply operations, making it a cornerstone of modern US military logistics. LVS, Logistics Vehicle System, USMC. The LVS was a heavy modular logistics vehicle used primarily by the US Marine Corps. In Iraq, it supported large-scale supply movements between bases and forward operating locations. Its modular design allowed flexibility, but its size and complexity limited use in dense urban areas. M915 Line Haul Tractor. The M915 was a heavy line haul truck used to move containers and trailers over long distances. In Iraq, it connected ports, depots, and major bases, forming the backbone of strategic ground logistics. Though not designed for combat, it often operated in dangerous convoy conditions. The M1088 tractor was a medium tactical prime mover used for hauling trailers and equipment. In Iraq, it supported both combat and logistics units by transporting supplies, vehicles, and engineering assets across extended supply routes threatened by insurgent attacks. M984 Heavy Expanded Mobility, Wrecker. The M984 Wrecker variant of the MTT provided recovery and repair capability for damaged vehicles. In Iraq, it was essential for keeping convoys moving, retrieving disabled trucks, and maintaining operational tempo despite frequent mechanical failures and combat damage. The Iraq War reshaped how the United States designs and deploys ground vehicles. From Abrams tanks dominating the 2003 invasion to MRAPs, robots, and specialized platforms countering the IED threat, these vehicles reflect a shift from conventional warfare to prolonged urban and counter-insurgency combat. Together, they define a generation of modern military vehicles shaped by real-world battlefield adaptation.